We just watched the Xbox or Microsoft E3 press briefing, man.
Yeah, we did. How do you feel?
So at first, like I thought the intro was kind of shitty.
Yeah,
We were like, eh.
a lot of color, a lot of.
She's like this girl, like playing this game, and
her hair's like.
and then they kick it. They bring in the Scorpio. They talk about this. They needed to talk about that first.
Yeah.
Xbox One X.
That's the name.
Oh, and to answer your question, I thought it started off rocky, and by the end, I was absolutely pleased.
Okay.
I don't know about you.
Yeah, we'll get there.
You want to get there?
We'll work through it chronologically.
Because you did ask me the question, I didn't really answer it. Which is, I was like, ugh, and like halfway through, I was like, eh, and then by the end, I was like, damn. So it's kind of like a mixture of all the reactions that I could have possibly had.
Exactly. Yeah, every emotion you could feel, you felt
like
during
lows,
this
and high fucking highs.
And which was weird because I had the same feeling, but a lot of ours were different. A lot of your highs, I was like, okay, and a lot of my highs, you were like, whatever.
Yeah,
which is good.
Well, it's cool. That means that they were giving messages out to different parts of their community, which is a good thing.
They talk about being diverse, which just between the two of us, there was a lot of diversity. Yeah, so that tells you right there, which is
they're doing a good job.
Big part of it.
Xbox
One X.
Xbox
what do you
One
think
X.
of the name?
At first, I was like, because it's like
seems lazy. It's a little lazy.
At first, it seems lazy, but I think Alyssa might be home, so the dogs are going to be barking.
A little bit of barking.
So
apologize.
Just that happens. I think as it went on, here's the thing that I do like about it, and that I don't think is lazy. Whenever it was they set out to make the Xbox One S, I like clean series of things. Mm-hmm. And to know, okay, this is that, and this is that, and it's all part of this sort of like series, like BMWs or like this
the lineage.
Yes, exactly. The platform that they're. I've always, the last couple of years, if you guys have been watching our discussion videos about Microsoft, I've always said I think what they need to do to fight Sony is to do something completely different, which is to create a platform where because Xbox doesn't have the history that Sony does.
Yeah.
So you need to celebrate what you have by creating a singular platform of a family of consoles in which everyone can play together, regardless of what kind of TV they have, regardless of what kind of console they have, regardless of the money they've spent. Mm-hmm. Whether you're someone like me who's going to have a 4K TV, I'm going to buy the X when it comes out, all that stuff, or you're someone who's on 32-inch 1080p with a day one Xbox One, right. It doesn't matter. Right. Like we can all play together despite that, and you're getting all of these different things, and your experience is not lesser in a bad way. Maybe it is lesser, but you're still getting to play the same games, right? Like just because it looks a little not quite as good, and so as I thought about it, I started to like it because you have the S and the X. And you know what I mean? You have these different like categorizations. I like the organization of it. Yeah. I like that they kind of look similar, and they're all part of this big platform called Xbox, and it's just different levels of ones that you can purchase. I like it. At first I didn't, but it grew on me, and it does come right off Xbox One X. It works phonetically. So underwhelmed at first, but over the period of the conference, it grew on me.
Okay. Yeah. Not the name I expected.
Agreed.
Yeah. But I think there's a lot of truth to what you're saying, though, about keeping it all very kind of in the family.
Yeah.
That way you can go Xbox One, S, X. I mean, if you want to just go through everything they not everything they announced, but kind of in the order that they did.
Yeah.
When they talked about the new console, they
November 7th, right?
Obviously talk a lot about 4K, which bugged me.
I didn't think they went too far into it, though. They had a little thing on the bottom that talked about it.
For every game?
Yeah, but who cares? It's a ticker.
The guys who don't have 4K care.
Well, that's your problem.
It is, but it's still a problem.
But it's a ticker on the bottom. It's not like they weren't like, and don't worry, like you all suck. And they actually made a point of saying that it will still improve the performance of games, including load time speed, even if you don't have a 4K television.
Right.
So the game will actually work better because it's so much more powerful.
If you buy the new $500 console.
Yes.
That's the problem, Ian. But anyway, it's liquid cooled, which I thought was cool.
Yeah,
that really stood
cool.
out to me. That was interesting.
They're not fucking around.
They're not fucking around. They're obviously going toward the more PC kind of esque thing, which we talked about in the last podcast.
Yeah, 12 gigabytes of RAM is ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't have the numbers. A lot of weird words.
Well, I don't know all of the stuff. I mean, like when he was going into like the millimeters and shit of the fucking processor, like I don't know that. But I do know that RAM is really important to have a high-speed, powerful system, and DDR5 is a newer version, a better version, a more efficient version, and 12 gigabytes of that is really, really strong, and that's a big deal. That's where your load times are coming from. That's where your menu back and all. You have multiple things running in the background. All that is like 10 times with RAM. So that one was the one that stood out to me most. As like they are not screwing around. That would cost a lot of money to put into a PC. Like if I went to buy 12 gigs of DDR5 for this thing, that would set me back. So
they surprisingly talked a lot less about the actual specs of the console than I thought they would.
Yeah, they didn't really even show the console like physically.
10 or 15 minutes in the beginning, and the rest was games.
Which is a good thing.
That's a great thing.
Okay.
I think it's a great thing. No, yeah, I think it's awesome. I think it's a good change for them. Yeah. There wasn't like, you can now watch TV on your. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
and kudos to them. It was literally we were talking about that as we were watching. It's just Xbox One exclusive, Xbox exclusive, world premiere, world premiere. Like it was just
42,
bam.
42 games, 22 Xbox exclusives. That's just crazy.
Exactly
when they said that, we both looked at each other like, all right, well, let's fucking see what's gonna happen. But we were both shocked, which is good. They needed that kind of shock effect to happen to get everyone's attention. They open up with Forza 7, which neither of us are interested in.
Yeah,
but they did reveal the new Porsche.
You got to think about, like, it's hard, but I try to approach that with, like, okay, look, that game sells millions of copies. It's got a huge fan base. Totally. If I'm a fan of Forza, right?
It's cool, yeah.
I mean, it was a beautiful... At first, we were rolling our eyes, but as they started showing us gameplay, we were like, wow, this is really impressive.
Yeah, it looks good. But, I mean, if you're a fan, it's really cool. Like you said, if you're not, though, it's just a game that you know looks good.
And then they showed a fucking car, like an actual car.
It's a really cool car. If you're into cars, the new 2018 Porsche 911 GT2 RS. Nothing you or I will ever look at in our lives.
It looked like a Porsche to me.
But it did look like a Porsche. But for, certain people, that's exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? It's just... it's exciting, but it's like...
We're never gonna...
why are you... why are you talking about... Why are you... like? He's like, all right, let me give you the details on this car. I'm like, what? This is not a car show.
It was almost like they were assuming that anyone in that audience was going to be able to buy that car. I think you're promoting that car to the wrong people. I get what they're doing with the game.
It was weird.
But who there is going to buy a new Porsche?
Like, you can have it in the game, that's great. And then they have those two, like, women professional drivers. Who were horrible. Yeah. And then we can drive the Porsche in the game.
I think they were going for more like the attractive female driver thing, which is, that's the thing. Forza 7, I mean, whatever.
Yeah, cool.
700 plus cars in the game.
We knew it was coming.
Which is cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. If you're a Forza fan, be pumped. They do a great job. They're wonderful games.
Comes out October 3rd, and I apologize in advance. I did not write the release date down for every game. Maybe you did.
No, not every game, but the ones that I cared about, I did.
I wrote down every game, but I don't think we're going to talk about them all.
A couple of super quick things that I wanted to mention about the Xbox One X. That they mentioned that were big to me. It's got a 4K Blu-ray player in it, so the Sony one doesn't. It runs in true 4K.
True.
So it's not upscaling.
It's not false 4K.
Well, the difference is, like, the PlayStation Pro filters the image and it upscales it, so it's simulating 4K, which might not seem like a big deal, but if you were to put the two next to each other, they both look beautiful, but you'd be able to tell.
What do you think this does to the PlayStation Pro?
Nothing. I mean, Sony has already taken so many shits on Microsoft at this point that I don't really think it matters.
I think you're right.
They didn't release the Pro, I think, to set the world on fire. I think Xbox One X will be a bigger deal than Pro is because Microsoft is making a bigger deal out of it.
Yeah, 100%. Remember that first commercial?
Are we waiting for the price? Or are we going to move on to that at the end where they reveal the price? Or are we going to talk about
the price? The price I was going to put at the end.
Okay, cool. We'll hold off. I just wanted to... And then the last thing, they said smaller... It's actually the smallest console. So it's actually smaller than the S.
Yeah, they had them next to each other. And
that's pretty cool. Because, like, all we ever did as Xbox people is complain about how big everything is and how giant the brick is and the power of all
Even
that.
the controllers,
They have
they're huge. Maybe we should talk about price since we're talking about the console.
So at the very end of the conference, they gave us the price. You nailed it. I was being unrealistic.
Well,
I don't.
No,
I think
you came in at the same.
No, I wanted $399.
Did you?
Absolutely.
I
didn't think. I don't think. I think it's going to backfire on them. I don't think it's going to sell. I know that they have to make a profit, and this thing is fucking expensive to make. I guarantee you.
Yeah. They revealed it's $499.
I mean, it's not a rip-off. I don't feel like it's not like when PS3 was like $600. That was insane. It's not insanity.
Right.
But it's like, okay, so
yeah,
I feel like they're really limiting who's going to be able to get this new product that's supposed to be redefining their brand, and you're only going to sell it to like 20% of your audience now.
I think you're right.
Because that, like, would that have, if they had announced $399, would you be like, fuck, you know, like thinking about getting it?
Oh yeah.
Where they said $499, you're like,
I'm still thinking about getting it, but not everyone, including me, really, can afford to spend $500 on a new console. But just because,
and then get a 4K TV,
exactly, which I'm definitely not going to do for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, $399 would have, I would have had some levity with that, would have felt good, but I think we both saw it coming. It was going to be around $500.
Yeah, we did. Right beforehand, we were like, it's going to be $500. So.
It just, and you could tell when they were bringing it up, too. He the way he was talking about it, like, it's $500.
I'm going to buy it day one, probably.
I'm going to try. I'm going to start saving now.
I mean, okay, here's the thing. Like, for me, normally I would never have bought it because I just got lucky. My girlfriend and I installed Windows in our home, and we were given $700 in credit at Sears, and so I was able to get a 4K TV for basically free, like $100. I paid $100. So
it's crazy.
So that's why I'm able to get the. I have $500 in November. I can buy that thing because I don't have to worry about spending $900 on a TV.
Right. Fair enough. I mean, we can go through the games. If you want
I want to go through some of the big ones.
Other.
Yeah, just really quickly.
The first one we have is obviously Metro Exodus.
Metro Exodus, yeah.
You're the only person I know who's played a Metro game. I have not. I mean, maybe I know other people who have, but I've never been invested in them. A while back, you bought the collection.
Yes.
And I know you were playing through them, but I don't think you finished them.
I couldn't get into it was hard because I was really interested. The story was good. I like the RPG elements. I like the simulation survival elements. I like the horror elements. A lot of it lines up for me to like it. But the first one, I don't know, I just didn't stick with it. I just didn't. So I think what I might do is like watch a Let's Play of the first one. I've heard the second one's a little better. So I find them really interesting, and the demo was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I thought the demo was really good.
No, it looked really good. I was almost questioning whether or not it was gameplay, like actual in-game footage.
I was
the way it was playing
first, but yeah.
A lot of like weird sequential stuff was happening. Like he would like when you went to pick up ammo, he actually opened the gun and picked up the clip.
Well, he does that in Metro.
You know what I mean? Oh, he does.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what it's like. It's supposed to be like. You have to, in order to check your ammo, you have to pull the clip out and look and count how many bullets you have in the clip.
That's really cool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So that's like the survival simulation part.
I apologize.
So that is part of it. Like when you have the crossbow and he's looking at the kind of ammo it is. That's what you have to do in the game.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I should play these games.
They're cool. They're really cool.
Yeah.
They're worth playing. I mean, they're a rare breed. A first-person RPG survival sim is like, huh?
Yeah.
Kind of an interesting.
I get
it's cool. It's hard. It's just hard for me to get into. Like, but I want to because the universe is really fucking awesome, and that game looked beautiful. Beautiful.
Moving on, one I know that you're very excited about, and I am as well. Not as much as you, but I am excited. Assassin's Creed Origins. How do you feel, Ian?
So, like, the first thing that hit me, and I know that they're in different areas and time periods. I'm a historical guy, but it reminded me of Assassin's Creed 1.
I was thinking that too.
Like, Middle East. So Egypt instead of Jerusalem, but Middle East. It looked, and we didn't get to see the map and stuff, but it looked gorgeous. First time, they always look good. AC games.
Yeah, it doesn't look drastically different.
No. I mean, they've been look good.
But they
look good for a while. I mean, it didn't look like BioWare's game, which we'll get to. But man, I'm pumped. I think that not only is it called Assassin's Creed Origins because it's about the start of the Brotherhood of Assassins, but I think it's a restart button for the franchise.
Hopefully.
They took a year off. I think they're going to simplify it, perfect it. They said they've changed some gameplay. I like the look of the stealth gameplay. It looks similar enough to make me feel cozy and at home, but there were some unique additions. They stole right from Primal, Far Cry Primal. You get an owl in Primal that flies around over like an enemy base and spots enemies for you, and he had an eagle.
Doing the same thing.
Really cool idea. I love it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
He's like, Sanu, look through your eyes. I want to look through your eyes. Tell me what you see, Sanu.
There was a point, not that it came from there, but I got a lot of Horizon Zero Dawn vibes at one point.
Okay.
I like it very little.
I mean,
but,
no robots.
There was like a 15 second portion where he was like crouched in a bush and he was hidden, and then he jumped off a ledge and fired a bow.
Oh, that was
and
so
then slowed down,
cool.
and it was
Yeah.
cool. But I got a Horizon Zero Dawn.
That works
kind
for
of
me.
vibe from
Copy
that.
whatever you want from a great game.
Yeah, totally. It's not a bad thing, and I'm not saying they copied it anyway, but that's just...
Yeah, but you're right. He jumped up, clambered, and then he aimed, and it was like slow motion bow. There was a loot system, which Unity had like a, different...
Yeah.
But this one looked color-coded like a Diablo style.
Yeah, he found like a gold bow. And it was,
and he goes into an inventory system, and he goes from a shitty bow to like this legendary bow.
It's cool.
I'm down.
It's really cool, yeah.
They even said we're adding a lot of role-playing game elements.
Good.
It's like, fucking works for me,
Maybe
man.
that's what it needed.
So,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're doing what they're trying to do really well. I don't think adding that is going to hurt them at all.
So I almost hope they just kind of hit the restart button on all of it.
Yeah.
Like, just ignore everything before this, honestly.
Ignore everything.
And just start over. I did notice, and this was just like, I saw some guys he was killing, it looked like they might have like Europeans, like Greek, or they didn't look Roman, but they weren't Egyptian either. Like some dudes that he was killing, and he was in a arena, like a combat arena.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering at what point does this take place in Egypt? Like, if the Romans are there yet, or if there's like just like Greeks there because they traded with each other, or whatever this was.
Right.
That'd be interesting. It looks like there is going to be sea combat. Maybe they showed like the trireme, like
there was like a weird
trireme. Or
they were
showing
ships kind of doing a thing.
They're ramming each other, and
I know how much you love the pirate combat. In Black Flag.
No, I did like it. I just felt like they made the entire game that, as opposed to making it a part of the game.
There were whales, bro.
It was a cool game.
You could see whales.
And the ship combat was awesome. There was just too much. It was too open for me. I like the more linear stories.
Okay to move on?
Yeah,
All right,
I can't wait. We'll see more of that, I'm sure, during Ubisoft's conference. But very excited.
How
Day
much
one
more can they
purchase.
show,
October 27th, 2017.
27th. And then, but I mean, I felt like they showed quite a bit, right?
They showed quite a bit, but maybe they'll show a different chunk, or they'll talk about the story a little bit more. I don't know. I mean, it seems weird you dump one of your number one franchises on another console. That's a lot of money for Microsoft, I guess.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. Moving on to one that I mentioned earlier as one of the ones that I was more excited about than you were. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about this game?
Absolutely.
Okay, so have you watched it be
Yeah,
played?
I've watched it stream.
Okay,
I've
cool.
watched Dr. Disrespect play it with my buddy Doug.
If you ever want to watch anybody stream this game, yeah, he doesn't do it justice. Watch Dr. Disrespect on Twitch. He's fucking hilarious.
Go for the rap!
I found him back when he was playing H1Z1, which is where this game comes from.
Yeah.
This is just a more polished version of that game.
PlayerUnknown modded it, and it became really popular, and then he created it out of the Unity engine, or was it Unreal? He made his own game.
People love it, though. People are freaking
It's amazing. It's a phenomenon.
Yeah. Basically like a Hunger Games type S game. You fly in, you jump out of a plane, and everyone battles to the death till the last guy is there. You're closed in by an electric wall, eventually leaving you and whoever's left in a very small radius of each other to murder each other with frying pans.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited. It's
I was
coming
saying
to Xbox.
to you, like, I remember saying to you, I looked at you and I was like, this is an Xbox type of game.
I can't wait.
Right?
I love these.
Isn't that
a
a game that belongs on Xbox
Live?
Live? Like,
cannot wait.
And it's an exclusive to Xbox and obviously PC. So
I can't
good
wait.
on Microsoft for locking that shit up. That is their audience, their core audience right there.
We had next Deep Rock Galactic. Didn't stand out to either of us, I don't think.
I mean, it had a funny little art style. It had like dwarves talking to each other and they were fighting robot machines.
They were like digging
kind of
through
looked like
a mine.
Minecrafty. Yeah,
but weird. Up next was State of Decay 2.
You were more pumped. I didn't get to play the first one, so...
So I played the first one like a year after it came out, when they came out with the Year 1 edition, where it had everything, and it was polished, and it was on Xbox One instead of Xbox 360. So I got to play the really refined version of the game. Really good. I loved it. I love the way the game plays. It's very like kind of janky, if you will,
Sure.
but it works with the game. The whole game is you scavenging, trying to survive, building up a base, finding followers, handling your followers. And I don't do it justice talking about it, but it is a lot of fun, and I definitely recommend playing it. My problem with the trailer, or demo rather, for 2 is I didn't see anything particularly new, and maybe I'm wrong. That wasn't in the first one. There was one portion where she's fighting with like a big guy, and she jumps on his back, which was cool. I think that's new. I don't remember you being able to.
Were
do
there
that.
always like sort of like Left 4 Dead, like different classes of zombies like that?
Yep,
Okay.
and they were the exact same ones. In the demo for 2, there's the one that like screams and other zombies come.
Did it look better?
Not
Not
really.
really.
Not really.
So, I mean, I suppose it's either just going to be a really lame sequel, or they just aren't far along enough to start showing you the new features.
Yeah.
I just kind of wanted to show you, here it is.
Maybe, yeah, but I would even be okay with more of the first one.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna tear it apart, but that was just something I noticed.
Yeah, they had the Darwin Project.
Yep, up next. I put a star next to it just because it has that same kind of Hunger Games feeling to it, but
the weird like announcer thing?
almost more like the movie Hunger Games, because there was like a commentator flying around in a drone, watching people and like, oh no, something's moving up to here. It was more fast paced than anything, but
and he mentioned that right as the player that we were seeing their point of view, they fired a bow and arrow at the guy, and the arrow was about to hit him, and the guy who had an arrow coming toward him put the shield up and blocked it, and the guy said, "Oh, and a watcher from Mixer gave him a shield."
Yeah.
So like, and then it
weird.
said on the bottom of that time, interactivity with Mixer. Mixer's Microsoft's streaming service for Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently, like, people will start rooting for players, and you probably have some kind of point system, and you can like give players X amount of resources during the game.
Remember
to,
when they
like,
tried that
help
with
your guy
Watch
win?
Dogs?
Yeah, I didn't really play. Was that
Kinda.
2? I don't know. I only played
No, I
the
think
single player part of one Watch Dogs.
I think one multiplayer had it where you could go on your phone, and if there wasn't room in the game, you could fuck with people on your phone, or help people, and it you saw that turned out.
I don't know. I
I don't-
played
I don't
Watch
really-
Dogs once, and I was like, that was a 5, and then that was the end of that. I never.
Yeah.
I didn't even play the second one.
Yeah, up next we had the Minecraft Super Duper Graphics Pack.
Oh,
Did you
really?
care?
There was the Black Desert MMO Online, which looked beautiful until I started seeing.
You skipped a couple. That's
I
like
did?
3 down the list.
Oh shit!
Because remember when they
I
showed
started
Dragon Ball, you
skipping
wouldn't
them.
even write it down?
I was like, I'm not writing Dragon Ball Z down.
I wrote everything down. Do you care at all about the Minecraft Graphics Pack?
I don't even play Minecraft.
Okay, well,
I'm gonna play it on my Switch when I get it.
I play a lot of Minecraft, and I don't even care. Because the game is intentionally doesn't look good.
Yeah,
So now it's
just
gonna
them
turn
trying to
into-
take advantage of their stupid 4K stuff.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Minecraft was stupid.
No. I'm saying is them being like, "Whoa, Xbox One X, whoa, Minecraft, beautiful."
You're right. just like that. Up next, which neither of us care about, is Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Terrible name.
I almost had a seizure watching that.
A lot of color.
And
A lot of things
movement
going on.
and really annoying. I'm like, yeah, it's like watching the show all over again. This is horrible.
We'll go up next. We had the one you mentioned, Black Desert.
Black Desert. It looked really beautiful, and then it got all anime. I was like, ah.
Yeah, there was like a weird kind of medieval
it was cool.
fantasy vibe, and then some crazy guy with like long blonde hair came out,
was
and you
like,
were like, no, I'm out. I'm done.
Backstreet Boys. And I was like, that doesn't fit in this universe at all.
Up next, we had The Last Night. I don't even remember what that was.
It was like a side-scroller, 8-bit characters in this like cyberpunk, neon, dark, rainy world. It was pretty cool looking, actually.
It was like the undercover cop. It
looked
felt
like
who,
Blade Runner.
He like woke up and had to deal with a bunch of shit.
Yeah,
That
it was
actually
like
looked kind of
Blade
cool.
Runner 2D like
It did.
adventure. We didn't really get any gameplay. It was just kind of like a quick trailer, but it was intriguing.
One up next, the one that stood out to me and makes me laugh just because of the way we both reacted to it. The Artful Escape, the one where he's fucking riding doves. And he's
Yes.
just fucking.
So you remember how I was
Crazy
saying
music.
highest of highs and lowest of lows?
Yeah.
I was in the trench at this point, and I was giving up. I was like, there was cool, like Assassin's Creed was cool, whatever. But like, and I actually wrote down on my paper, I was saying to you, Microsoft has no answers to Sony's ability to put out incredible first-party content like Horizon and Last of Us and all that stuff.
He was
Bloodborne
riding
and all those.
doves, man.
And I put no answers. You see it right there. I was like,
You put it.
Oh, it's coming back. Yeah, no answers right there. I was like, Xbox has no answers. I was giving up. I was like, they fucked it. They fucked it. This shit looks retarded.
Keep in mind, this is about an hour into the conference, too.
And I was, yeah, well, I had, because in the beginning I was like, most of my reaction was like, all right, yeah, you know, Forza, cool, yeah, right. Xbox One X, okay, cool, yeah. Just lots of shrugging and like,
A lot of shrugging.
cool. Like, it was currently meeting my expectations at that point, right? Like, it's just like, I didn't have high expectations.
Which is not good. Yeah, the expectations were already low.
We're just like right on the flat line here. Just,
I agree with you there.
And then with the fucking, all the anime stuff and Dragon Ball Z, and then this like retarded ass Artful Escape game that looks like something some asshole in like a San Francisco apartment in Silicon Valley made on their spare time.
Games are hard to make, man. Don't be a hater.
Oh, it just looks awful.
Up next, we had Code Vein. I don't even remember.
At first, it looked cool. It was like post-apocalyptic city, and there are these like monsters. And then I was like, "Oh, damn, this is looking cool." And then some anime guy goes, I was like, "Oh my god, another JRPG!"
Ian's being a hater again. Up next, we had Sea of Thieves, which we both had very similar opinions on.
Yeah, well, at first I was like, I said to you, I was like, when they said, "Here comes Sea of Thieves," I was like, I don't know what to think about this game.
Yeah, no.
You know, I didn't. But what did you think of the
way I felt about it was that it's another one of those games which we're getting a lot of recently, which would be amazing in the perfect world that you had 3 other people that you know well
and
are going to
get
play
on consistently
at the exact same time and play consistently.
Yep,
it'd be amazing. That's never going to happen.
At least for us, I do feel like the Xbox, of all the gaming communities, like the Xbox, that's what made them big. That's why they're popular. The 360, my paper's sticking to my arm. The 360 was able to do that. They invented Xbox Live, which has always been the best online gaming service. So I get the emphasis on all these games. It looked really cool, had that classic Rare sense of humor. We were giggling throughout the whole presentation, breaking the fourth wall. It looks fun. You grab the treasure, and you're swimming, and you're fighting skeletons with muskets, and you're having your battles on the boat, and it looked cool. It looked really cool.
I agree.
I don't think I'm going to pick it up, though.
Neither will.
Because I just don't think people will play it.
Yeah.
Especially that was reaffirmed after the last game that we saw, which I will be picking up and will be probably acquiring time, and you and I will play together.
Hopefully.
Basically, any other game's going to go out the window if I get that. If it turns out to be good. It's got BioWare's name on it, though, so...
That doesn't make it good. If it turns out to be good.
It heightens the chances of making it good.
I agree with you. I completely agree. Up next, we had Tacoma, which I'm stoked about.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm
coming
playing
out August 2nd. Which is
Hell yeah. Fulbright Games. You go, guys. That was it. It was like a quick little visual trailer. Yeah, it was August 2nd, and that was it.
It showed some holograms and whatnot, which I'm assuming it's not a very long game, so that's probably why they didn't show too much. Up next, we had Super Lucky's Tale.
A cute little, kind of like Nintendo 64 era 3D platformer.
Piece of garbage. Yeah, whatever.
It didn't look great.
It didn't look great. Not for us, anyway. Up next, which I know you're excited about, was Cuphead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even excited about it anymore. They ruined it because they've just been... Like, when it first came out, I was like, I've never seen anything like that. So I was very excited because... And then another E3 came, and another E3 came, and I'm like, okay, are you going to fucking release this game at some point, guys?
It's really weird.
So now I saw it, and I'm like, okay, great. So September's what was it? September 27th.
I didn't even...
September 27th, we'll see. I'm past the point of being excited. I just want the fucking game. So I'm going to wait. If it comes out, if it gets great reviews, I'll pick it up because it's unique, and that's the kind of game I'd like to support.
The art style is really cool, which I know you talked about.
Beautiful.
Kind of that old, like, Mickey Mouse.
Like 1920s, like Steamboat Willie, yeah.
Like, they literally drew it frame by frame.
And they actually did.
For the game?
Yes. It's actually hand-drawn frames.
Shit.
That they then, I don't know how they fucking did it. It's incredible.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Shit, that's great.
And that's a huge, that's a big exclusive for Xbox, so I hope it's good.
And then up next, which I'm excited about, we had Crackdown 3. They opened up with Terry Crews, which I appreciate.
So funny.
It looked like an Old Spice commercial, but I'm okay with it.
It was great.
He's just yelling shit and firing his gun into the air, and I'm like, my immediate...
Welcome to the agency!
My immediate thought is that if he's not a voice in the game, I'm going to be let down, but he's probably not. I'll get over it. Crackdown, I've always loved. I think you played 1 and 2, right?
Yeah. I didn't beat 2, but I beat 1. I played the fuck out of 1, and I did play 2.
So much fun. I know we both love them. I don't want to go too long on that. It looks like it's going to be really...
They actually spent way less time on that than I thought they would.
Yeah.
Like, they were like, trailer, done. Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
they put November.
I was expecting gameplay.
I don't remember the day. I just put November.
I've got it. November 1st.
November 1st.
So I was expecting gameplay from that.
A little
I was
bit.
really blown away they didn't give us a gameplay look at that. That was weird.
Yeah, I mean there was a couple shots of them like throwing cars and shit.
Yeah, but it was just like
Nothing...
it wasn't like, hey, my name's X developer from this game, and today we're gonna play 5 minutes of Crackdown 3. Right now, I'm on the roof. You know what I mean? Like they didn't. I'm surprised they didn't do that. Yeah.
Hopefully it won't let us down.
This game looked cool.
Yeah, it's called Ashen.
Ashen. It looked like a co-op RPG horror game.
Really weird.
It looked beautiful.
Really weird.
The art style was awesome.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me like a Dark Souls-ish.
I didn't know what to think. I don't even know where to begin.
I want to see gameplay.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued, right? Like,
yep, 100%.
Did it give it a data for that? I don't think it did. It just said Ashen.
If they did, I didn't put it.
I didn't see it either.
Up next, which I know you can't wait for, Life is Strange.
Oh, I didn't even write that down.
Teenage Angst Simulator.
Yeah, I was not a fan of the first one.
Just because
people liked it, great. Like if it's your thing, go get it. I'm sure it's well made. It's not like I said. I didn't think it was objectively shitty. Just not my thing.
Yeah, just because I'm such a big Gone Home fan, I feel like I have to appreciate this type of game. Not that they're exactly
absolutely,
the same, but,
absolutely.
Yeah, I don't.
This girl. It was like, and I wanted to give it a chance. I'm like, cool. It's got some like kind of like crazy supernatural shit going on. I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then as we kept playing, like that supernatural thing was like barely even alluded to. It was just her drama problems. I'm like, I don't care. I'd rather just whip a gun out and kill all of these people at this point. I don't give a fuck.
Followed by Shadow of War, October 10th.
I didn't even write it down because they didn't show us anything we haven't already seen. Or
It's a let down a little bit, and I didn't even want to write the date down because we've already been burned once with a delay.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like you
it
said,
was Shadow of War.
You
get to recruit orcs, and they have more personality this time.
They
around.
talked a lot about the Nemesis system,
and then you attack a fort with a boss.
It ended the
same thing.
It ended the exact same way.
Yeah.
You had your army and a guy that you recruited was going to help you, and then you attacked the base.
See, this is why you don't announce this game in March and then delay it. Just fucking wait, show it at E3. Everyone's like, "Whoa!" and then you release it. You don't show it. Show your shit, and like everyone's like, "Whoa!" Delay it, and then show it over again. I mean, it wasn't an exact copy; it was a different like scenario, but they showed us the same aspects of that game, and so we were like, "Cool, okay, we're already ready for this. I don't need to see anymore."
I don't want any more.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We're gonna buy it day one. Just go away. We're gonna play it. Like we don't need to see it. Just go away. You already delayed it.
Maybe they're just trying to keep it fresh in your mind. You know.
Yes.
Who knows? We don't know. Anything else?
Yeah, there's a few left. There's
a few.
There's some big
well,
things
yeah, no. I meant on the little.
I was like, yeah, there's stuff left
on the small potato scale. Oh, yeah,
with Crackdown. I'm looking at this with Cuphead and Crackdown. We were at the bottom. We were in the trenches. I was giving up. I was like, Xbox is done.
Crackdown's
and they're like, no. Like that was the point at which we were at the bottom.
We hit Cuphead
because we had Super Lucky's tail. Super Lucky's tail was the fucking bottom of the crater. We're like, wow, this is bad.
Cuphead,
and then boom, Cuphead, Crackdown. Ashen was interesting.
Ashen's okay.
The next one was Ori. Now I didn't play or beat the first Ori. It was just difficult, and I just didn't put the time into it. But it was an awesome exclusive. It's beautiful. It's a really good side-scrolling game. If you're in the mood for a side-scroller, get that game. It's got like a Metroidvania thing going on. It's a great exclusive for Microsoft to have. I really respect the hell out of those games. And the second one was announced.
There you go.
Awesome. So we're still working our way up. That was, to me, like, regardless of my personal whether or not I'll play it, I was looking at this from objectively Xbox, good move. That's a franchise that sold well. Everyone loved it. The critics loved it. So great. By all means, make a sequel.
Good on them. The next thing they announced, not the next game, because we'll finish with the game. The next thing they announced was original Xbox backwards compatibility, which literally had Ian...
Can you please explain
running around his living room, shouting all kinds of weird just vowels and shit.
And you're not exaggerating, right? Like
No. You were doing a thing with your hand, like the end of fucking Breakfast Club, like the guy, and like you were just really excited.
I lost my shit.
I did not.
I know. That's okay.
Yeah.
I grew up on the original Xbox.
So did I.
So
did I.
That's really fucking cool. It's just a great move. It's a great move for Xbox. Why don't you think so?
I just don't think anyone's going to use it.
You're so wrong about that.
No, I don't think so. We talk all the time about why would anyone
huge demand for it. There's a huge demand for it.
Is there?
Dude, absolutely. The 360 backwards compatibility, over 25 million people have played backwards compatible
They
games on
have
Xbox.
Done it because everyone tried it when it came out. All he said was half the people have done it.
I don't think
That
you have
just
your
means
pulse.
they've tried
You don't
it. That
have your
means
pulse on the
they
Xbox.
opened it and they touched it.
You don't have your pulse on Xbox.
I'm going off
fan.
what he said. He said
It's a huge deal.
He
It was
didn't
a
say
big deal.
currently doing it.
People
he said have done
flipped
it.
out when they brought 360.
Yeah, no, I
back
get
from
why.
compatibility back.
I think those
They
exact
loved
same
it.
people
People
won't
play
use
it. No way.
Dude,
I
come
will.
on. He showed Crimson Skies.
And the crowd lost their shit. You didn't hear the crowd?
Oh,
did
no,
you?
I heard it.
They were like,
I think they're all wrong too.
Okay.
Maybe
Other than
just
the
me.
evidence,
Other than the
Mason
evidence.
is
Obviously,
just doing his own thing.
I must just be wrong because that's how it goes.
You're pretty much dead wrong on
That's
that
how
one.
it goes. Up next, we had we talked about the price.
Yes,
$4.99.
yes, yep. $4.99 for the Xbox.
And finally,
Dude, BioWare. You don't have to pick it up now.
people
it's okay.
couldn't see me throw it. I wanted to make sure they could see it.
Okay, so
Thank you. With the sound effect. Anthem. What do you think?
I have two thoughts that contradict one another on it right now.
Okay.
One is just both like the BioWare fan within me. I was just like, this is fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I agree.
it looks incredible, like both graphically and art direction.
Mm-hmm.
It's BioWare Edmonton, so it's the primary BioWare team. This is not just some fucking like Montreal sidekick team.
You know what you did.
This is, or it's not Austin. It's none of those guys. It's Edmonton, and it's a Destiny style game. I mean,
Yeah.
there was one point where they walk out. They even said they had a wall, and they walk out and they look over like the valley where they don't go. And I'm like, what is this, Destiny? It looks just like Destiny in some ways.
Yeah, there was a point when she walks out that door that you're talking about, where and I swear to God, in my head I'm like, I will be sold on this game if she can jump off that ledge.
And she fucking did.
She
It's
jumped
a
off the ledge.
true open world.
And I thought, okay,
no loading screens.
I thought now she's gonna fall and land. You can fly.
You can fly.
Which I'm like, okay.
And I love the idea. It's like all the customization. You get these mech suits. They're not mechs. They're not like huge like Gundam mechs. They're like exo suits. But they're big enough, and you can see all the like different armor, and they have like different colors. And they were saying in the demo like these things are fully customizable to look exactly the way you want them to look.
Just great.
All the different equipment, and then they did one of those things where they like simulated people playing together. They're like, "Yeah, man, unlock the Order of the Weekend, bro." So they fly like, which is cool. It reminded me, in a sense, of the way the demo worked of the Division's demo, and I got pumped for that.
Yeah, we saw what happened there.
But Ubisoft is not BioWare, and
Yeah.
that's where I will.
And people love the
my
Division,
faith.
though. I mean, a lot of people stuck with
Yeah.
that game for a really long time.
But if they get the stuff that makes Destiny addictive and Division addictive, but they manage to tell a BioWare level storyline, then I'm sold.
Yeah, it looked great.
Right? I mean,
You're right.
I will play that with you all the time.
Sure you will. Hopefully we'll figure something out.
And that is if you ever end up getting on after you say how excited you are about getting on. And then
Hey man, where have you been on
time
Overwatch?
clicks
Where have you been on
by.
Overwatch recently?
On Friday we were like, oh, it's like here's 10.
Overwatch, that's
it's
weird.
11. God, where is Mason?
I'm like level 38 in Overwatch. What are you at? Still not ranked?
That's because I'm playing Elder Scrolls Online,
Interesting.
which you also bought, but I never ended up playing the game.
Bought it twice.
Really?
Thanks to our piece of shit friend Kevin. Played it maybe for a total of an hour
Fucking Kevin.
among both. So.
Wait, did you buy it for both consoles?
Nope. Twice
did you-
for PlayStation 4.
Oh, because you like traded it in.
I bought it physically, later on traded it in,
Got it,
and then
got it.
later on bought it digitally.
I see.
And then, well, here we are.
Well, maybe someday I'll get you a copy so you can play with me.
Maybe one day. I definitely want to get into it. I just haven't yet.
No, I totally get that. There's so many games. There's so many
Overwatch,
fucking
bro.
games.
Overwatch, bro.
I'm almost to 25.
Almost. We're gonna get you there.
Hell yeah, man.
I can't wait. Hopefully, we'll keep playing Overwatch.
Oh,
This is
absolutely.
off
Well,
topic
well,
completely.
if Anthem comes out and it's good, goodbye Overwatch.
I mean, definitely not goodbye Overwatch.
I
but
just don't have that much time. I don't know where I'm going to get the time to continue to play a ton of Overwatch.
Stop playing Elder Scrolls.
What kind of fucking dumbass would say that to me?
I just like to make you angry. That was
You
it.
know, I
They,
think you should stop drinking water, Ian.
You know that breathing thing you're doing? Go ahead and stop. They ended it with Anthem, right?
Yeah, that was it. That was the capper, and then they did like a little like, you know, like that style of music that's just everywhere now. I want to fly all the world.
Uncanny. Uncanny.
Why won't you open your eyes?
People
Forza
know.
Motorsport. It's like I could write a whole album. I could write a whole album of that stuff in 20 minutes. Like,
oh my god.
I don't know where this like.
That was awesome.
I don't know, what do you call that style of music that's on like the alternative like.
I don't know what the kids are listening to, man.
You know, but you know, like when
I
that,
know what
you know what I'm talking about, right?
you're
Like that genre, that weird.
Just sang the
They
exact.
kind of have like
song.
the stomping sounds, and then they have like a little like a little old western guitar,
Right.
ding ding
Yep.
ding 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 ding, and then
Love
it's like
that.
4 people going. Falls in a bone, medicine, fantastic bone, open my eyes. And I'm like, all right, well, there's
So accurate.
and there's a recap of all the shit they showed us, and that was it.
Yeah, that was E3, man.
A solid conference, really solid. Not like blow the fucking roof off.
You get an 8 out of 10 from me.
I would totally agree with that assessment.
Mm-hmm.
If they had just cut out the middle of all the JRPGs
Cut out
and kiddie
30,
game,
30 of the games.
I would say about 6 of the games. You cut out those 6 games in the middle, and you might get like an 8.5 or 9 from me.
Yeah, because you're right. They would build it up, and then they would hit you with one thing, and it's like, bam!
It had like a
and
little
then work your way back
underwhelming
up,
intro, and then it was really cool, and then it was fucking horrible. I had almost given up, and then it got ridiculously good. at the
Dragon
end.
Ball Fighter Z.
Oh
Can't
god.
wait.
Code Vein.
Any final?
Watch this emo anime guy kill all these fucking monsters in a nuked out city.
Any final thoughts to wrap it up, man?
I can't wait for Bethesda tonight, which I will be watching, probably till like fucking 11 o'clock, because it's not at 9.
Shit, it's at 9, huh?
I'm gonna watch it though. If you want to like, I'll text back and forth or something.
Yeah, I'll be watching it too. Yeah, I probably can't come over, but I will definitely watch it tonight.
And then tomorrow, are you going to be able to make it for Sony?
What time?
It's a great question. We'll look it up.
Yesterday.
Okay,
Yeah, we'll look it up.
yeah,
We'll
we'll
talk
look
about it later.
Yeah, I totally agree with the 8 out of 10. Really solid. They hit on a lot of different things for a lot of different people that would make a lot of different people happy. I felt like it was kind of like a jack of all trades, master of none.
They tried to cover everything.
So it didn't nail, like they didn't have that game that was like, what? That was going to be for Xbox. But they kept it up for the most part.
It was a wide, shallow pool.
Yeah.
Is the way I picture it. Like,
Yep. With the Marianas Trench in the middle.
With one trench.
And then we had to like
one
swim
trench.
out.
You're climbing, I'm just hanging onto your leg. Ian, come on!
Oh, Crackdown 3, there it is, go!
Terry Crews!
Go! So,
that was it, man.
Yep.
I'm excited. I wonder how many of those things they announced are going to get delayed.
well, I mean, a lot of them didn't even give release dates for.
They were like 2018-ish.
No, they can save them for their next alternative music compilation.
Yeah, what I'm really looking forward to next, right off the bat, obviously Anthem, Crackdown, PlayerUnknown's. I can't wait for.
Oh,
can't
such
wait
a
to jump
cool-
into that.
man, that's
Dude,
gonna
that
be awesome.
game is all about like a ranked system as well, kind of thing. And they have duos, so like you and one other person jump in, you try to win. So I'm just saying.
That'd be fun.
I'm
That'd be
just
fun.
saying,
It's a
have
really
good
cool
time.
game. Yeah, hell yeah.
Hopefully Anthem gets delayed, so I still have you for a little bit longer.
Well, I mean, we'll see. Anthem might suck. I just don't. I just have faith in BioWare.
And we should be playing it as well. Hopefully.
Absolutely. Yeah. And like she got the gun. She's like, "Oh my god, it's Jara's star." And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh, this is
yeah.
like Destiny right now."
And the guy had
a lot
fucking
like
mortar.
Destiny. She got this gun that had a name, and they knew the name of the gun. It was just like Destiny.
You think that's an accident?
Not at all. Not at all. And this is one where you can say they're copying because Destiny's been out for a long time.
But you can fly, and I'm
You
excited.
can fly. It looks really cool. We don't know anything really about the world yet, but it looked fucking awesome, and
Cool,
I can't
man.
wait to play it. So.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. We both enjoyed it. I hope you people enjoyed it.
Yes.
What's next, man?
Sony. Well, we could do we didn't talk about EA at all.
We
I don't know if
we can run over.
Let's
Should
do
we
it.
just do it?
Let's do a separate video.
Want to do the? No, we don't want to just do the high five.
Oh,
and
just
leave
that.
it at that.
No,
Oh,
we got some
okay.
shit to talk about with
All
that
right,
if you have time. So.
Fine.
All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed our pair of E3 videos that came out today on Sunday, and we will be back with you tomorrow on Monday to talk about Sony and Bethesda.
Can't wait.
Later.